now I want to talk about last week's video and this weird like homophobia controversy going on in the comments, and I think just some people don't really like this idea of Penguin and Riddler possibly having some type of relationship. Now, I do think that this episode that we just saw kind of killed that storyline, or is going to probably start killing that storyline. And, you know, I mean, I think it just confirmed that Penguin has interest in men, but we don't know that about Nigma yet. And I don't know, I just want to talk about this because it was pretty interesting reading some of your guys' comments. If you guys have been on this channel for a long time, and I'm talking prior to me actually creating comic book videos, or you went back and watched my old videos, you know that I'm a very opinionated person, but at the same time, I try to look at both sides of a situation. I live in a gray area. I don't like to pick right or wrong because I don't ever feel like there is a 100% right situation and a 100% wrong situation. I think there's just a lot of gray area in a lot of these situations. So I'm going to play devil's advocate here and talk about both sides and why certain people would not want this storyline to happen and why other people would want this storyline to happen, because I think we all just need to understand each other and, you know, agree to disagree, but just at least respect each other's opinions on this situation. Now, I think the biggest argument against this whole like gay storyline is that these characters were not gay in the comics, so why are you going to change them just for the sake of this show? And I totally know that there are counter arguments. Let me just go ahead and make my piece for this stuff, and then we'll talk about the counter arguments and the other thing. But anyways, I think that's the biggest thing, because we've had these characters for 60, 70 plus years, and everybody's like, they're not gay in the comics, why are you just going to make them gay for the sake of the show? And I understand that argument a lot, but like I said, I can do counter arguments to this as well. And I think that's just the biggest thing, is a lot of people are like, no, you can't just do that. And I will say that I've made this argument before, and I've been on that side, because I feel like there is a way you go about doing these storylines. If you guys saw the Daily Dose where I talked about how Wonder Woman is bisexual, I mentioned how that when you're writing a gay character, you need to make that character have like life. You need to make them have a story. You can't just take a character that has been straight for 60, 70 plus years and just turn them gay instantly, because I feel like you're doing an injustice to both the LGBT community and the straight community, because it's just like you're killing something that people have known for their whole life, and you're just changing it. You're just like, what? I feel like it's a slap in the face, and I feel like I explain it way better in that video. Go check it out. But I feel like you're just doing it for the sake of trying to please one group by changing it. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that makes sense. I feel like it's just kind of like, okay, we get it. You want this character here, they're gay. I feel like that's a disservice to both parties, because you're just like, dude, we're just doing it to make them happy, and that's not the way it should be. You should be making a character from the start, like this character from the start is gay, openly gay, and he is going to be like this badass freaking character. That way, people are just like, yes, hell yeah, that is badass. In that Daily Dose, I talked about the possibility of having a gay Batman or a gay Captain America, and that I'm totally for it if you build up that character from being gay from the start, and you're not just changing Steve Rogers to being gay, or you're not just changing Bruce Wayne to being gay, because it's just, you're ruining those characters from what they've been for 70 plus years. You make another character to take over the mantle of Batman, or take over the mantle of Captain America and have them gay, and there you go. You have your gay Batman, you have your gay Captain America. That is how I think characters should be written, and I feel like that's why some people feel like, no, you can't just change Penguin and Riddler, like there's no emphasis there, like why are you doing it? I know some of you guys right now are like, but, let me get through this. I'm gonna speak for your side too. I personally think that another reason why some people might not have the problem with this gay storyline, I think it's the way it's being written. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like they're really overemphasizing this, and it might be because of the storyline I just talked about earlier. Maybe they want to overemphasize it that way. When Nigma and this new love interest shows up, Penguin's gonna be like really jealous and kill her, and that's probably what they're trying to do, and more than likely that may be the situation. But I think the way, and if it's not, it's really gonna suck, and I will feel that they are just overemphasizing this whole bromance gay relationship, because I personally, you guys have known this, I have said it a million times, I don't like agendas or like sexual orientation or anything to overshadow the character. Like Penguin is a great fucking character. Riddler is a great fucking character. I don't want them to be known for being the gay villains. Like, I would hate that. They could be gay. Don't give a fuck. But I don't want them to have that stigma of, oh, they're the gay characters. Like, that would suck. I want them to be known for being the badass motherfuckers that they are, and the only way you do that is by having good writing. You could easily still make both of these characters gay by, like, have Penguin do something crazy and beat the shit out of somebody and just be like, oh, what's up, Nigma? Mwah! Give him a kiss. Bada bing, bada boom. They're gay. You did that in one episode. You're not spreading it over a freaking season of Gotham. You could have easily made them gay in 2 seconds and still kept this whole badassery, and we're not just focusing on this over and over and over. And I think that might be where some people are getting annoyed. They're like, just hurry up and give me an answer. You know what I mean? Again, I know there's a counter argument of people saying like, we see heterosexual freaking couples and shit all the time on TV. Why can't we have a gay couple? I agree. Totally agree. And again, it's only been in like the last 10 years that gay characters have started to become really prominent on TV. So I get the argument. I totally understand, guys. I'm going to talk about that side. But I think at the same time, when it comes to heterosexual couples on TV or shows, more than likely, every time I see it, they just start off right away and they're just like, hey babe, mwah, boom, kiss. All right, you know, that couple's straight or whatever, you know? Okay, so I think those are probably the biggest reasons why some people don't like this gay storyline. Feels like it's going to ruin 60, 70 years of these characters being around because they're just switching it for a fandom. The way they're writing this does seem very fandom oriented. Even if I wasn't a fan of these characters, I would know that. I was like, oh, this feels very fandom. There is literally a fandom behind this, and I know every show has a fandom, but it feels like I am one person that hates like fiction shit getting into TV shows. Like, I don't ever like being taken out of my story, and I made this biggest argument when it came to Sherlock. Sherlock season 3 freaking wrote the first like 10 minutes of that episode is like fan fiction, and I fucking stopped watching the show because of it, because I was like, Sherlock would never fucking do that. I hated it because it took me out of the storyline, and Sherlock was one of my favorite fucking shows, and it just took me out of it. And I'm getting that feeling from Gotham that they're just doing this storyline to please some fans, and it's like, don't do that. Like, just write badass characters and then make them gay in the background and freaking be like, just show them kiss somebody and that's it. Like, that's all you need to do. You don't need to play it out over the course of a whole season or whatever. Again, I think they're going to be doing that storyline like I talked about, and that's why they're overemphasizing it. So, for you people that hate this storyline, that's why they're doing it. For you people that like this storyline, that like the freaking gay storyline, you're probably going to be disappointed. Now, I want to talk about why people would want this gay storyline, and I know some of you out there are just all like, fuck that, I just want to keep my shit the same, blah, blah. I get it. That's totally fine, but I at least want you to understand why this storyline happening is important or why people would want it. Biggest thing, guys, is inclusion. People just want to feel included in these shows that they love watching. They want to see gay characters. They want to see trans characters. They want to see just a diversity in the cast because you want to feel like you're a part of something that you love, and if you don't, that really sucks. I know for a fact that there are people watching this video right now and they're like, man, fuck that PC bullshit. I'm tired of this world being so sensitive and blah, 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 blah. First off, bro or madam, chill the fuck out, okay? And I totally get where you're coming from. On certain things, I think the world is way too fucking sensitive, and I will agree with you on certain things. But there is an argument to be made here. And like I said, I already did counter arguments for certain things, but just hear me out on this, okay? Personally, I used to never give a fuck about inclusion. Like, honestly, I didn't care. When I was a lot younger, I was like, I don't care if the whole cast of this show is white. Like, I love this fucking show. It's good. It's awesome. I never cared. I didn't care if people were gay or not in shows. Like, it never really mattered to me, and I didn't care if they were included or not. But as I got older, and I started watching things, and I started getting into this industry, I was just like, where the fuck are all the brown people? I'm not even shitting you guys. If you ever want to look at the industry numbers for the jobs that are employed by Latinos, by actors or actresses, it's really fucking low. And it's even lower for Asians. Like, it is just, there's not jobs out there for us that are not stereotypical shit. Freaking Latinos are always maids or construction workers or shit like that. You don't see us starring in Marvel movies because we don't get any fucking superheroes, Marvel. Where the fuck are my superheroes? I want a brown Avenger, you bitches. Sorry, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Inclusion in fucking shit is what people want. Again, maybe some of you guys are like I was. You're really young. You haven't had that life experience yet. You haven't got to meet a bunch of other people. One thing I'll tell you, the cure for that, travel. My mind opened up so much when I started traveling and meeting other people from different cultures. Holy shit, that will be freaking, that'll open up your mind. If you're the kind of person that is open to shit like that. If you're just a fucking racist, prick dickwad, then you're never gonna change your mind. But like I said, you gotta be open to things, and once you learn these other perspectives, you get why people would want to be included like this. Like I say, I want a fucking freaking brown Avenger. Imagine the LGBT community wanting badass gay superheroes or villains. It's all about inclusion, and that's why it's important to progress this world, guys. Like, it's so weird reading comments, and I will tell you, the one thing I saw a lot of people commenting, I'm not gay, but, guys, that is like the worst way you can start comments. Like, it's just like saying, I'm not racist, but insert racist comment here. Like, it doesn't, don't ever do that, guys. It's very bad. Just give your opinions in a thought out way. If you're like, I'm totally for the idea, but, I mean, I feel like but just automatically makes everything bad. I use it all the time in my videos. But there's an intellectual way and just a proper way to talk about these things. You can give your opinions without sounding like a complete asshole on this whole situation. Like I said, I understand why a lot of people wouldn't want this storyline because it's, you feel like they're destroying your favorite characters and it's just coming out of nowhere to please a certain group of people. At the same time, the LGBT community could easily tell you, we don't have characters like this. We just want a character to be able to call our own, to relate with, and it is fucking huge, guys. If you guys don't know how important it is to freaking feel like you belong to something, then I don't know. Maybe I'm telling you this from a brown guy's perspective. I don't see a lot of Latinos on TV, guys. I don't see them in movies if it's not something I'm going out of my way to go watch. Like, it's not. You see it. The Avengers Marvel Universe has been going on for a decade, and we don't have any fucking brown characters. Michael Pena is the one fucking brown character in that whole universe, and he's not even a superhero. And where are the Asians in the Marvel Universe, and where are the gay characters in the Marvel Universe? It's all about inclusion, guys. The Marvel Universe is literally black and white right now. And they're not being diversity. That is why I like the DCEU. And the movies, you can argue about the movies being good or not, but they are making a big effort to make that freaking universe very diverse. Because they believe in a world that is diverse, and it makes sense that those characters change things. Like, things are gonna change, guys. If you are in that mindset of like, keep it the same, keep it the same, keep it the same, every fucking superhero is going to be white. 90% of your superheroes would be white, and it would just constantly be in white. And maybe if you are white, you have no problem with that because you already feel included. This is a world you live in, and you're just like, oh yeah, all the best superheroes are white, so you're just like, oh yeah, man, fucking Batman, all this shit. I don't got anybody, and I'm just like, who do I relate to? I have to go to like third tier characters to relate to somebody, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that dude is badass. Imagine how the LGBT community feels about this. They don't have gay superheroes in shows. They're not included in this shit. And that sucks. It fucking sucks. Especially when you're growing up as a child and you don't know what is going on. You have feelings for boys, you have feelings for girls, and you don't have anybody to relate to, and you have other people telling you like, oh, you can't be this because of that, and blah, 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 and people are gonna hate you. It's fucking bullshit. It is fucking important to include everybody. That is why this world sucks, is because we're so divided because we hate things we don't understand. And if you would just take the time to understand other people, fuck, oh my god, shit would be so much better. Like, it just would be. Granted, both parties have to be willing to understand the other. Just because somebody doesn't agree with the LGBT community doesn't mean that they hate you or anything like that. So don't, it works both ways, guys. I know like a lot of LGBT people I meet are like, I hate religion and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, first off, not every religion hates the LGBT community. There are some assholes out there, but there are a lot of great people that are also religious. Like, that's the one thing. There's bad apples on both sides, guys, but I think we just need to come together and accept things. And these are shows. These are shows, and we can agree to disagree all the time, but I feel like I just want everybody to understand why it's important, guys. Like I said, I am a very big advocate on inclusion now, but 10 years ago, did not give a fuck. Every character in every show could be white. Wouldn't have given a fuck. But now that I've gotten older and I'm starting to see what the way the world works, and I've met people in this world, I'm just like, fuck, man, we need to make some changes. And I understand why people would want gay characters or trans characters or brown characters or white characters or black characters. Like, I get it. Like, every fucking thing. And it just makes so much more sense. And I would just, if you're young, please just be open-minded about this thing if you are still. And it goes by your region, guys. Trust me. I know it is very hard. Some of you guys don't live in very diverse communities. I grew up in a 99% Hispanic community. So I never had a black friend growing up. I had I knew one white kid. No, I knew one white kid and one black kid. There was literally 2 black kids in my whole school. So I didn't grow up in a very diverse community. It was all Latino, because that's how San Antonio is. It is predominantly Latino communities. But I moved to a different part of the city, and I live in a very diverse community now, and my job is diverse, and being on YouTube, I've met so many people from different cultures, different races, and I am just so open to learning and experiencing new things and just learning about other people's lives, because the world is so fucking big, and that's just what it is. I'm sorry that this is a huge rant video, but it is something that I needed to talk about, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand why people want Penguin and Riddler to be gay. And like I said, there's already a storyline that looks like it's going to kill that whole thing, but we can just assume that Penguin is gay now because he has feelings for Enigma. But that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I'm sorry I got so personal about this, but just seeing some of the comments just made me like, what the fuck, guys? And I get it, and I hold nothing against you guys that left the comments that are like, I'm not anything against gay things, and I have no problem with the guys because I've been there. I was literally like you, but it's because I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand why people would want it. I just wanted source material, source material, source material, but now that I think about it and I want to be a writer myself, I'm like, I don't want to write that. I don't want to write just every character's white, and I don't want to do that shit all the time, because that's not what the world we live in. We live in a world where there is so much out there that all of that should be in these storylines, because it would make it so much better. That's all I'm going to say, guys. Hopefully you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. I'm probably going to get a bunch of dislikes. I don't really care. I just wanted to say what I say, because that is how I work on this channel. Anyways, let me know what you thought about this episode in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share with all your buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, I am your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. If I have my daily dose of juice, see you guys next time.